This is it, B Division. It's Reapers and the Lock Monsters, and they're going to try to accomplish something that has not been done in 10 years, a perfect season. Welcome to the RSHL. Daniel Wilson here, along with Chuck Duzenski, who will be joining me for the B and A Division games. And we have gotten word from the Lock Monsters. Raleigh the goaltender, will not be playing this game. In the net will be Ryan Schaefer. So, Chuck, before the game even starts, are the Lock Monsters in trouble?
You know, that would be a good question. Ryan Schaefer is a pretty good goaltender, but he hasn't played this year. The Lock Monsters, their defense is outstanding. I think part of the reason that Raleigh had such a good season in goal is because he didn't face as many tough shots as some of the other teams in this league. So, excellent question. That's one that's going to be answered by the way this game turns out.
As for the Reapers, a standout player that has only been in the season for I think 1 or 2 seasons, Ryan Reich. Do you think he will be the spoiler for the perfect season?
It's quite possible. Ryan Reich is definitely a sniper, outstanding playmaker. As small as he is, that's how big his ability is here out on the court. This is a guy that can shoot from almost any position on the court. He could be facing the net, he could have his back to the net, and he can still score a goal. So, remains to be seen, but I'm thinking that if it's possible that the Reapers pull this one out, it's going to be him or maybe their other top sniper, Adam Behrman, Daniel.
All right, and we'll get into that. Well, let's break it down for each team. We'll start with the Reapers, and we'll keep an eye on Ryan Reich, as we have just said, as he is currently the points leader of the team with 18 points, 9 goals, 9 assists. The strength, as we said, the snipers of the team. We'll also watch Behrman. Weaknesses, as I've said before, the shot selection. I want to see them wait for some open lanes. They're having blocked shots, as evidence in their huge Deeks game last week. And as for the Lock Monsters, let us watch. Tony DiGiacomo is tied on the points board with Kevin Frost, but is the goal leader of the team, 12 goals and 6 assists. Frost, the playmaker, with 5 goals, 13 assists. And their strengths and weaknesses are pretty much the same. A lot of snipers, but again, shot selection is the only thing I can think of that they're going to have to work on. So, anything to add before we get started?
No, I'm just looking forward to an outstanding game here. I think that if the Reapers can weather the early storm and keep it within a 1-goal game in the first period, they have a decent chance. The Lock Monsters are famous for getting out to a big start and literally burying their opponent in the first period. So if the Reapers can survive the first period, I think they have a decent chance to possibly pull this one out.
All right, and we are just about getting ready for the B Division Championship. Someone's going to hoist that Carolina Cup very shortly. We'll see you at the ball drop. The officials for this game, the two Bryans, Brian Hooks and Brian Lindley. Both of them very experienced officials. They play no nonsense here as we get underway in B Division. And it's already a race. DiGiacomo trying to race it down. Over to Vesa, and the backhand just goes wide. And goes off a couple of Reapers now as they attempt to clear. And Eric Justison clears it down the floor. No icing on his play as it reaches Schaefer. On the other end, he decides to cover.
That's clear.
Off the draw, Reapers win that face-off. Justison trying to keep the play alive. And a breakaway developing here with DiGiacomo. Shot is, he goes down. A lot of bodies flying, but Gillen manages to make the save. Here's another shot. That's blocked. Back over to Kevin Frost. That was a frantic play for that. Here's another shot backhand and a save by Gilliland.
Wow, what a flurry early, huh?
That was a great play by Tony DiGiacomo developing the breakaway.
Mark, was that you who was on Tony on the breakaway there?
That's Thomas.
Thomas? Nice job.
One of the sources.
Thomas Alasky with the defense on that breakaway of DiGiacomo, and then Russ Schroeder with the secondary block.
As this one attempted clear fails off the glove of John Ireland, right behind the net as he tries to go around, and instead it will go over to Grayson Bell, the shot, and it will go behind the net. Ebner around,
right in front.
Oh, right behind the net. They're fishing for it.
John Ireland.
The Lock Monsters on full throttle right now as Ireland attempts to clear it out. Unable, Ebner almost gets tripped as they battle on the boards. Up in the air, and Reich trying to bat it away, and he will get it over to Mike Rich.
Nice double there.
And Rich on the half-end boards to his right, takes it back to the point, connects over to Reich, tries to connect in the slot, taken away, and it's over to Ebner. And it's back over to Behrman, but he can't control the pass. And it'll be cleared out. Lock Monsters will start again, but good job by Eric Gustafson to clear it back out and now give them time to reset.
Change.
Ryan Reich. And a bad pass there, but still manages to get to Mike Rich. Just outside the slot, connects over to Behrman on the right end boards. That one looked like it was going to be a giveaway here, as Meister will try to clear, and that'll be finished off as the Reapers will get a change here as he tries to get it to Rich, but it'll go back over to Joe Daner. Just outside the slot, just goes wide. Meister tries to connect in the slot, that misses.
Nice
Back
sweep
into the
there at
point.
the point.
Shot saved by Gilliland.
A lot of good pressure here early by the Lock Monsters.
We're having a lot of scoring opportunities from both sides. But so far, it looks like the advantage is slightly in favor of the Lock Monsters, as they have more possession time, more shots on goal right now. Here's a shot from the point, just rolls a little wide as Eric Gustafson tries to clear it around. Instead, it goes to Kevin Frost for the Lock Monsters. DiGiacomo sends it around, trying to connect to Vessa. And it's going to be back over to DiGiacomo, tries to return over to Vessa. Looming over is Eric Gustafson on defense. Kevin Ebner moving in. Back over to DiGiacomo. Shot saved by Gilliland, still loose in front. Gilliland trying to look for some control there and turns it over to Ebner, but that one goes way wide of the net. And the Reapers attempt to clear again. And Kevin Frost keeps it in. Ebner trying to work his way around, gets double teamed. And
Play by Schroeder there. Still didn't get it out though. And Schroeder does finally get it out.
And Kevin Frost sent it across, now trying to connect to Vesta. He does. Now tries to dump it in over a little race, but it looks like it's going to be Bill Kelly for the Reapers. And it's stolen by Ebner. And we'll play it backwards over to Murphy. Murphy trying to get someone to help him out, but it's going to be taken away by Mark Zaleski as he tries to clear. That fails. Shot saved by Gillen, and he'll decide to slow the play down.
Nice shot from the point by Paul Peterson there. Stan Gilliland struggled to get that one. Batted it down and was able to cover it up with a face-off. Scorekeeper Alice Gilliland says he did not struggle at all.
As Meister tries to play off the back of the net, trying to play to Grayson Bell, he returns over to Meister. Tries to center it. He double teams. Shot. That got blocked. Bill Kelly attempting to clear, taken away behind the net. Ireland trying to beat out Meister, but Meister manages to retain control. Centers the slot. Score!
Grayson Bell.
Grayson Bell gives the Lock Monsters a 1-0 lead.
Beautiful cycle behind the net there. Keith Meister recovers the puck behind the net. Grayson Bell standing in the slot with the one-timer for the 1-0 lead.
It was just a constant attack from the Lock Monsters, and the forechecking, it is is some of its best right now as Reich dumps it in. Frost trying to play it away and manages to connect, but taken away by Mike Rich. A little back and forth there as that is dumped in, but it will be taken away by Kevin Frost as he dumps it around the boards over to Terry Smith. With Reich cutting him off there. Good job on the back check. And dumped around. Mel Lewis for the Reapers sends it up to Rich. And it went off a couple of sticks there, but it will end up in the possession of the Lock Monsters with Kevin Frost, and he decides to just play it down over to Gilliland, and he'll just move it over to Mel Lewis. And now starting again is Reich. Rich gearing up and blocked by Frost. And now another shot. Rebound! Oh!
Why?
Oh! He had a lot.
That, huh?
He had a lot of net. It's one of those desperation shots. And now a race between Ebner and Reich. And it's going to be in possession of the...
nice keep on Mel Lewis there.
Yeah, Lewis had a little bit of trouble there. He was hopping over his stick. Reich has to hold up as Rich tags up. Now he's in. Here's Reich with a shot. Saved by Schaffner.
Still alone in front.
And
Spearman with the shot, and Ryan Schaefer makes the save.
they're having some good offensive opportunities. It was pretty much a desperation shot there. He had a lot of open net. He just didn't care where to aim. Just
How did
hit
you
it.
miss that open net, man, huh? The replay is going to show later that Ryan Reich had almost half of that net open. Somehow he pushed it wide.
Hold it, hold it! And Eric Justison will get an easy recovery as DiGiacomo had just played offside.
Good pressure, Jeremy.
And now it's going to be dumped in. Justison recovers again for the Reapers. Taking a look now, we'll send it across as they'll try to push over. Showing
Gilliland going in on the break.
shot save, and Schaffner covers up.
That's not Gilliland,
Is that Thomas? Yeah, sorry. He looks like a young Gilliland. Thank you,
yes,
Alex.
he does.
You sure you don't want to claim him? If he scores a couple goals, you will, right?
And now DiGiacomo with a chance here, deking
Nice little
around.
move there. Wow.
Shot saved by Gilliland, knocking it away. As I said, DiGiacomo, the
get it
goals
out.
leader. And now here come the Reapers on the attack, sending it across, but can't handle it. Thomas Zaleski. And now decides to dump it around as they'll look to recover, but the Lock Monsters will start again as he tries to play it off to DiGiacomo, but it went wide, and Bill Kelly will retrieve as the Lock Monsters will get a full line change.
Should have been quicker on that up there. They had half the court open while the Lock Monsters were making that change.
And now it's Kyle Wallawender send it over to Frost as they reset the attack. And hopped off his stick.
steal.
Here's Kelly. Sends it across to his left. Thomas Zaleski. Or that's Mark Zaleski, rather. And that's Grayson Bell for the Lock Monsters. Decides to do a dump and race. And he manages to win that race, but having a little trouble controlling as he tries to send it over to Kevin Ebner in the corner. Ebner will try to work his way around. Now back to the point. Stick save by Gilliland. Kelly swatting away that stick. Backhand. And another save by Gilliland. John Ireland will take it behind the net. The Reapers.
Ooh, he missed it.
Oh boy. Some bad ball control there. And back over to Frost. Ebner with a shot off the post. And it's in! Wow, what a shot! Post and net.
Both co-posts, I think, Daniel. That was a beautiful shot. It seems like the Reapers are running around after the ball instead of actually covering a player at this point. That was a nice play by Grayson Bell to track that ball down early in that shift. But then John Ireland overran it behind the net, which gave the Lock Monsters new life and it allowed them to score that goal.
It all comes down to ball control as the Reapers seem to have some trouble. And now Sheridan trying to clear it down, but taken away by Ebner as he's tied up by Reich as it goes off the safety netting. And now back to Joe Daner for the Lock Monsters. And it'll carry it into the corner, looking for someone to pass to. And it's going to be outside the zone as I believe it was knocked away. And now the Lock Monsters reset.
Nice
steal by Reich. Shots, glove save by Schaffner. As the Lock Monsters once again reset.
Out.
And now we'll connect over to the right. You see how the Reapers have a lot of defensemen now as they try to bat it away. And that is offside. And Reich will take advantage of it. Sends it over to Behrman. Shot. And that went off a stick as a stick went flying. Now it's back to Behrman. Connecting over to Reich in the corner. You're going to hear Sheridan calling for the pass. He gets it, and that went off a body. Over to Behrman again. And now it's Meister looming over and now decides to send it behind the net over to Mike Rich. Rich looking to shake off some defense there. Couple of cuts there, and it's still stuck on the boards. Now sends over to Lewis. Shot just high.
Missed by much, did it?
Sheridan.
Nice keep by
Oh boy, that was knocked away. Sheridan.
Terry Smith knocked that out at the point. They need to go quick here. They're in the middle of the line change. Right.
And that got blocked by somebody. And here's Rich again. As Vestas looming over. Moving in is Sheridan. And
Sheridan didn't realize he kept it in, and he took it out of the zone, even though he was onside.
That shows some of the importance of the vocal calls from the officials there. I don't know if they even called it. And Vesa trying to make a steal there. Frost moves in, knocks it away, but taking him back over to Mike Rich as he'll dump it into the opposite corner. And it will be a Wallowender with control. Oh, he got a few better passes than that.
Under a minute left in play here in the period, Daniel.
As the Reapers are sensing some offense generating here. As is in the slot, now back over to the half-end boards. Now carrying outside. Schroeder went off a leg, and now here's Thomas Zaleski holding on. It went off of Vesta, and DiGiacomo trying to get something going here as Mark Zaleski went down. Here's DiGiacomo, sends it over to Frost. Frost with a shot, saved by Gill, and is having
off the post. Ben Vesta with the rebound off the post and wide.
And he finally covers. He was having some ball control issues there.
Come on, sir.
And with 15 seconds remaining, we'll see if there's time for one more face-off. As the Reapers make a last-minute change. As Kelly will get it going here. So attempt to clear. Time for a shot. Oh, went off
the shaft of the goalie stick saved there. Wow, that was something. What a flurry in the last 30 seconds there by the Reapers. Or excuse me, by the Lock Monsters.
Some offense generated by the Lock Monsters, but it's still a close game, 2-0. We are just about ready for second period, and we were just discussing about the Reapers having some ball control issues, and they were starting to get some offense generated there, but it could have been much worse. Still a 2-0 game. As the Lock Monsters win this face-off, and now holding on, waiting for something to generate. Try to connect to Meister, but lost control. And he'll take a long shot and a save by Gilliland as Ireland will try to get the offense started for the Reapers. And if they can get that ball control going here, the Lock Monsters forechecking has been on target tonight. And now taking a bump behind the net. And the stick got entangled there.
Mark Zaleski with the big, lost his stick there. Paul Peterson knocked it right out of his hand.
It's a 3-on-2, but it got knocked away by Ireland. In the corner, they took a little bump there, and the Reapers will try again. Getting stuck along the boards.
Come on, Jeremy, come on.
And going down on the play, and no call from the officials, but they still have possession here. So here's Zaleski. That goes high as Mark Zaleski went down, and they're upset that no call was made.
I thought that was two possible trips. One here at the line that could have been called too.
And now the Lock Monsters here's Grayson Bell up against two defenders, but he gets cut off. And again, they may have been looking for a penalty there, but again, none called. And now here's Kevin Frost behind the net as both teams make a change and try, and indeed it will. I'm starting to wonder with trying to start their attack, if they can even get it started. He was just getting pinned up against the boards. I'm not even sure if he was trying to look for an option. As the Lock Monsters win another face-off, and I don't know if that hit the official Brian Whitley.
Yeah, definitely hit Lindley.
Yeah. And kept alive at the line by Sheridan. Oh, and that's
gonna hurt every time.
That got Wallowender at a very bad spot. Here's Sheridan with a shot and another block.
Joe Diener.
Again, it's that shot selection I mentioned earlier. As they'll attempt to clear, no icing on display as Mel Lewis will try to get the offense restarted as Daner is looming over and now decides to attempt to clear.
Look out here.
A chance. Save by Gilliland.
Gilliland. He definitely saved their bacon right there.
Wallowender with only 2 goals, but nonetheless, he can score. And the Lock Monsters win another face-off. That one just went high. Rebound, save by Gilliland.
Nice save on the rebound there.
Here you go, Stan.
Ben Vessa was on the doorstep there with that backhand there. The shot from Kevin Frost went over the top of the net, but did come right out in front on the right side of Gilliland there. Gilliland with a nice save.
Well, the Lock Monsters have been hot on the face-off dot, and there's another win for them. Frost with a shot, and I think that may have got blocked by someone on the way. And Rich attempting to get his offense going. And now over to DiGiacomo, blocker save. Attempts a rebound, that's knocked away, and the Reapers will start again. As DiGiacomo is joining the defensive rush. Connect over to Behrman, that's blocked by Wallowender. Behrman trying to center. Oh, that was a weak pass. But kept alive by Eric Justison as it's sent back around, and Wallowender holding behind the line, waiting for his team to get started here, but again turns it over, and Rich cut off there, and that's down the floor, and an icing against the Lock Monsters.
Seems like the Reapers are getting a little bit more possession time down in the zone, but they do have to watch out for the Lock Monsters counterattack.
Their attack has been sufficient on both ends of the floor. And another face-off win for the Lock Monsters. But turns it over pretty quickly. There's Schroeder with a shot, went off his own teammate, and that is poke check back to the line. And Schroeder sends it up, and Meister recovers it for the Lock Monsters. And now holding on, trying to work his way through. He slides over there, trying to get something there. And it's going to be Thomas Zaleski trying to fight off some forechecking. The forechecking is successful there. A little back and forth behind the goal line. And a little steal. And here they come on two the other way. Working his way around. Holding on now. Has to look for an option. He's looking at the point, decides to keep it himself. Now passes over to Justison. Shot goes wide, and it is covered up.
Once again, the Reapers seem to be getting a little bit more of the offensive play here, and they get another face-off in their zone. They've got to capitalize on one of these here. 2-0. If it goes to 3-0 for the Lock Monsters, I think the Reapers are going to be in trouble.
And the Lock Monsters have won another one, but they can't seem to clear it as Mike Rich recovers at the half-end boards, being loomed over by Kevin Frost. And now attempted poke check. Now backhands it into the corner. And it is Mark Zaleski once again trying to work his way around. Still stuck. Attempted clear. That doesn't go anywhere. Now tries to go outside the slot to Ireland. Now a race to the line. They're not going to make it there, so they have to reset.
Reapers are offsides here still. Reapers are offsides. They're going to have to reset. There they go.
And Frost over to Meister. And a good steal by Mike Rich. 2-on-2, takes a shot, that goes wide. And the Lock Monsters attempt to clear, went off the body of Bill Kelly. Back hand over, shot, glove save by Schaefer.
Nice confidence save by Schaefer. He's looked pretty good so far through this game.
And at the beginning, we were worried about how he would stand up as an emergency goaltender for the Lock Monsters, but he's been holding up pretty well.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good so far, hasn't he, Daniel?
And a little toss up, still up in the air for possession, and this time it is for the Reapers.
Nice
shot blocked by Vesa. And Sheridan, that shot goes wide. Ryan Reich. I haven't seen him get much action tonight. Here's Kevin Ebner for the Lock Monsters, looking at a double team, but now tries to dump it in. It'll be swatted away by Gill and over to Bill Kelly and sends it over to Sheridan. Looking for an option is Mike Rich, trying to fight some forechecking there, but it ends up over to DiGiacomo. Shot score! DiGiacomo does it again!
We saw that coming, didn't we? That was a bad clearing pass, and Tony DiGiacomo just ate that one up. Turned onto his forehand. Daniel, you'll be putting this one on the replay later on, and we'll see on the replay that DiGiacomo literally, with his one right hand on the stick while he was fending the guy off, almost like an NBA play, like he was turning to the lane, fending the guy off with the left hand. When he went to shoot, he put his left hand back on the stick, and he roofed it against Gilliland.
And that'll be goal number 13 for DiGiacomo for the season, as the forechecking has been dominant today. Here's Behrman. Sends over to Reich. They have a chance here. Now decides over to Rich. Holding on, deciding. Now decides on a shot. And a couple players went down, but no call still. And the Lock Monsters will start again. And Bell plays it out of play. And we'll see where they place it. This might come back. They're still looking for the ball. And now they found it, and they're going to place it in the attacking zone. And Ebner wins this face-off, and Frost setting up at the line. Now takes a shot. That goes high and wide. Grayson Bell in the corner. Takes a shot. Saved by Gilliland, and he'll cover with 5 minutes remaining in the second.
This is an important time in this game. I mean, 3-0. This is what we talked about in the preview, Daniel. We did not think that the Reapers could get too far behind in these guys and still come back.
Well, it has been done before, being down 3-0. They still have plenty of time remaining as Thomas Zaleski gets cut off, attempting to clear. That fails. And now here's the Lock Monsters' chance here. Shot and a save by Gilliland, and he'll cover up.
Stan Gilliland is definitely playing well here, but way too much of offensive zone time for the Lock Monsters here.
Well, it's coming down to the forechecking and trying to connect on those passes. Here's a shot from the point. And a rebound score. Meister will make it number 4.
Meister wins the faceoff back to Paul Peterson, who tees it up, and then Meister on the rebound. He just kind of followed that shot in.
And now, what are the Reapers to do now? As Meister makes it number 7.
Keith Meister, the praying mantis.
And that is played back to the Lock Monsters, stolen by Thomas Zaleski, and just about to be cut off by, and a penalty coming up.
That is going to be a call.
And it's going to go against Joe Daner. And that was a much needed penalty for the Reapers.
Hey guys, shoot fast.
What do you think, Daniel? Reapers almost have to do something. 3:29 left in the period. They're going to be on the power play for 2 minutes of that. They almost have to score here before the end of the second period.
Well, if they want to keep this a close game, they got to attack now. As that one goes all the way behind the net. As DiGiacomo is coming in fast.
Gilliland didn't see that coming.
Yeah, it's already turning into a disastrous power play as they're battling in the corner. Lock Monsters not even worried right now. as they'll try to go for a shorthanded attack. It is behind the net. And DiGiacomo going down. No call on there. And I think we better watch for emotions here, because I'm thinking that the Reapers are getting frustrated.
I agree with you, Daniel.
Because they're still stuck in the corner with the power play just not going anywhere for the Reapers right now.
Giacomo and Meister down in the corner literally have killed almost half of this power play by themselves. And here comes Meister.
Going for a shorthanded chance. He's taken down. No call.
Run!
Wow. I thought for sure they're going to get called for that. And it's cleared down the floor again. This has not been a good power play for the Reapers.
Yeah, great.
They have spent almost all their time in their own zone, and now Reich is going to try again here.
Fights through that check there.
And he almost got held up as the Lock Monsters once again cleared out with 30 seconds remaining on the Daner penalty. And Mel Lewis looking to get anything going on the power play. And now here's Mike Rich. And he may have a chance here. He may have held on for too long as it sends it across and it misses. And now Reich again tied up back over to Lewis. And an easy block for Frost. He gets bumped into by Reich. Reich showing his aggressiveness. Shot goes high. Rich tries to send it over to Behrman. That got blocked. And Daner is out of the box. That was a disastrous power play.
Yes.
As it'll go over to Kevin Frost for the Lock Monsters. Well, they at least finished strong on the power play, and this is going to be an icing against the Lock Monsters.
Kevin Frost, I think, with a pretty smart play there. He had the rest of the penalty killing team was out there, and they were tired, so he just went ahead and got the icing so he could get the change. The clock still runs. We're under 1 minute here in the second period. Lock Monsters up 4-0, Daniel.
Well, as I said, not a very good power play, but they at least finished it strong, so maybe some momentum going here as Behrman tries to get a shot, but that's blocked. And goes to the opposite corner here. Reich taking a bump from Peterson.
Ooh, overran that.
And he does manage to recover it though, but Rich sends over to Reich. He gets tied up and a penalty coming up.
That's got to be a high sticking on Peterson there.
Yeah, it's either that and, yeah, it is going to be Peterson. So the Reapers will go back on the power play and hopefully it'll end up with a better result.
34 seconds left in the period here, Dana. Lock Monsters trying to figure out who they want out there on the penalty kill.
Well, they don't have much time in the second period, so if they can just focus on the game clock.
Nice win by Reich there. They Adam Behrman.
Behrman almost getting tied up, and Frost tries to clear, knocked down by Rich. Shot goes high. And the Lock Monsters go with the clear, and they will get it with 20 seconds left in the second period. And still a lot of time on the penalty. And it tries to connect to Rich, but he can't retrieve it.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, Frost with a misplay. Here's right three. Oh no! Score!
Wow, with about 3 seconds left in the period, the ball was fumbled over to Ryan Reich, who got it over to Adam Behrman, who shoved it in on the right post there. What a big turnaround here. 4-1, a goal scored by the Reapers here with about 3 seconds left in that period.
And it all started with a misplay by Ken Frost. We don't usually see that from him. But the good news is they're still up with a 3-goal lead. Third period about to start, and something going on while you were gone. Kevin Ebner in the box for interference. Would you care to explain to them why he's in the box despite a goal scored?
Yeah, actually what they said, and going back to the goal itself, they gave Ryan Reich credit for that goal. Mike Rich with the assist. There's a false drop here. They're going to go back to center. Evidently, they said that since there was a man that was in the box and that was a power play going on, even though the goal was scored, there was a penalty that took place on that play. So in addition to the fact that they gave credit for the power play goal, they did call the player for interference on that play also. So Reapers are still on the power play, 1:45 left. It's 4-1 for the Lock Monsters right here. Take it, Daniel.
And it's going to be all the way down to Gillen. Now the Reapers are going to have a total of 6 power play minutes. So they're going to have to take advantage of this as well, but it's an icing against them. That is certainly not something you want to do on a power play.
Offense!
25, 28, 29-10 are the shots, Daniel. 29-10 in favor of the Lock Monsters.
Try to keep it fresh, guys. That's all.
Yeah, it has been an all-out attack. The Lock Monsters have just been in full control on the shot clock. And a quick shot as it hits the ceiling, and that's just going to kill more time. As there's already a minute gone on the power play. They've already spent a lot of time in their zone on a previous power play, as that is dumped around the boards. Bill Kelly will try to recover it over to Mike Rich as they will meet in the corner. And as Tony DiGiacomo will carry him behind the net shorthanded, now sends it over to Meister in the opposite end. Bill Kelly trying to loom over. And now John Ireland just about cut off DiGiacomo with 25 seconds remaining on the power play. Reapers spending a lot of time in their own end, but they attempt to get in. Reich recovers it, looking for chance here. He's got one. That goes wide. Now tie up.
That's going to be a high stick on Ireland there. Ireland hit Paul Peterson in the head with the stick. Delayed penalty coming up against the Reapers here.
Unless they score here, and it's going to be a penalty against the Reapers.
And look, John.
And
look like on the plate, two of them stick together, and he went to stick. You know, you actually hit him with the helmet with the stick. Yeah, you definitely got him with the high stick down there.
So Ebner's penalty had just almost expired at the same time the penalty was called. So for now,
He's going to be out in the drop, Daniel.
So for now, they're going to have 4 runners, and then as soon as the ball drops, Ebner will join them.
Alice will get it. Yeah, she knows it's 4-1.
Well, it's been a period of 4 minutes. I didn't know.
So it's going to be Ireland 2 minutes for high sticking, and the Reapers will try to get success on the penalty kill, but I would try to go on the attack shorthanded. As Frost will send it over to Bessa on the opposite end. Reich sliding in. And attempted to clear and hit. Like I said, shorthanded chance. Here's Reich. Went off the leg of Frost. And over in front of the Lock Monsters bench. And Frost going down as he clears it out. And the Reapers are thinking attack right now.
Oh, nice steal by Kevin there. Nice. No, sorry.
That's Wallowender.
Sorry, you're nice. Nice call.
And a crossing over and kept in. But Sheridan will recover for the Reapers if he can get around Wallowender. Now backhands it, intended that for Behrman. Attempted clear. Can he make it? Nope. And it's going to be a reset for the Lock Monsters as he sends it across over to Kevin Frost with 50 seconds remaining on the penalty. Fakes one, now sends it across. It's Wallowender with a shot and a save by Gillen. I don't even know if he saw that.
He did. He got it off the right shoulder there. It was a nice save. Once again, the Lock Monsters penalty kill is much better than the Reapers power play.
And it's cleared down the floor. At least they're killing some time, but they're going to have to get on the attack at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. About 20 seconds left of the penalty, Daniel.
And Frost sends it over. Intended that one for Joe Daner, but he was in the middle of the change and cleared into his own bench, and that's going to stay inside the Reaper zone. And 5 seconds in, it looks like Ireland's going to come out on the drop. And indeed, that is what's going to happen. So the Reapers successfully kill off the penalty, but now they're going to have to start attacking. And it's going to be sent around over to Schroeder. And it's cut off by Meister as they attempt to get the attack going. Thomas Zaleski gets across and overshot it as it's sent back over to Mel Lewis. Now intended it for Thomas Zaleski, but overshot it, and that is blocked by Lewis. There's a chance here. Daner can't get the shot off and is forced into the half-end boards by Mel Lewis. Now a shot here off a couple of feet right in front of Gillen. Moving in, shot, and that is wide. And now attempted clear, but this should, nope, they're going to call no icing on this play.
It was actually the Lock Monsters guy that sent it back, trying to get it to the point. It went all the way down.
And now holding on behind his net.
Paul Peterson coming out from behind the net.
Now,
nice
good job by
Ireland.
Ireland cutting him off, but turns it over to Reich and kept his stick down as the Lock Monsters get a full line change. And Bill Kelly attempted to send it up, but it's intercepted by Meister. Shot blocked. And a rebound. Shot save.
Wow. Pretty good opportunity there. The keep by Meister. And then he got the pass back, but Stan Gilliland shut the door.
The Reapers are just having some trouble getting their offense started. And they're going to have about 8 minutes, 15 seconds left to get something going here as that shot just goes wide. And now attempted clear and intended that for Mike Richmond. Instead, Ryan Reich takes over, and that's going to be a race between Frost and Ireland in the corner. Frost wins the race, and now will take it away. And now tries to clear it up and knocked back, but the Reapers are offside. And a partial line change for the Lock Monsters. And back and forth now. Here's Ebner moving in. Is Lewis just coming from the bench? Shot saved by Gillen, and clear attempt is successful by Mel Lewis. And Kevin Frost holding on with 7.5 remaining as they wait to tag up. They do. And now I know Reich has a lot more speed than that. He could have easily won that battle.
Yeah, but Grayson Bell is just that much faster than everybody else. Upsides on the Lock Monsters here. Grayson Bell was still in the zone.
And now as we approach 7 remaining, it's starting to get into desperation mode for the Reapers.
Yeah, without a doubt, Daniel. They need some magic here, and they need it right now.
And the Lock Monsters win another face-off. They've been hot on the dot tonight. And DiGiacomo, yeah, a little tie-up with Sheridan on the boards. And now a couple more joining in. And it's going to be sent back behind the net over to Mel Lewis. Lumen over, intended that for Mike Rich. Instead goes to DiGiacomo. And they both avoid a slash. And Rich gets tied up by DiGiacomo. Now a race between Peterson and Reich. It looks like Peterson will win this race, but gets tied up on the boards. And Reich trying to avoid a hook there. Here's Justison. Oh my goodness!
And that was off of the leg, I think, of Paul Peterson there, who looked to kick that away, and yet it bounced into the net behind Schaefer there. That is some magic. That is absolutely what the Reapers need right there. 4-2, with about 6 minutes left in the game. Still time for the Reapers here.
Wasn't the prettiest of goals, but they'll take it.
They're all pretty.
They'll pretty much take any kind of goal, and now that puts the deficit to 2 with less than 6 remaining.
Adam Bierman says, of course they're all pretty.
And that is in the glove of Gilliland. That will at least give a glimmer of hope for the Reapers. Still down by 2. Still some time. And it'll toss up. And it looks like who's going to get this one? Still up in the air for possession, but it's knocked across.
That by Thomas Zaleski there. He got it down in the corner.
And now has to fight off Wallowender. Wallowender with possession. Still trying to fight off Zaleski. And now taken away. As they'll attempt to clear. And boy,
Grayson Bell.
it's going to be a race between him and Justison. Shot, saved by Gilliland.
Nice save, Stanley.
And now Russ Schroeder attempting to clear. His stick checked and an attempt to clear fails. Kept in by Wallowender. Shot saved by Gilliland. Eric Justison holding on now, sends it around the boards. Now holding on, kept in by Frost. But Thomas Zaleski moves it across. Has to fight off Frost. And
that's definitely a slashing penalty on Kevin Frost there. I thought he could have got one earlier when it was at the top of the zone here, just before the Reapers came across the line here. That definitely was a slashing penalty.
if Frost has, needless to say, it's not the best of his games. Had a mistake earlier and now taking a penalty, and this is the 4th penalty against the Lock Monsters.
Huge opportunity here. The Reapers almost have to cash in on this one.
Oh, and that's not the way to start. Not the way to start, as Gilliland will drop it off to Bill Kelly, but look out for Giacomo looming over.
Hey, he and Meister have been the best answer on the penalty kill for the Lock Monsters here tonight.
They don't just want to kill time, they want to score.
Yeah, you're right, Daniel.
And now over to Behrman if he can beat out Murphy. Getting tied up, and a clear attempt by Meister is successful.
So here's where I think it's going to come into play that the Lock Monsters have their backup goalie in. This guy hasn't been battle tested all season.
Here we are. We're right in the crucible here with just under 4 minutes now. We'll see what he's got.
And now a long shot just goes wide, and he'll decide to cover.
Good idea there. Good job milking it down. Ryan Reich is in a hurry to get this face-off off here, too. He understands. And it's going to be timeout, I think, for the Reapers here.
And probably the best time is it will be a stop clock, but it's best to save some time now.
Right.
So we'll have to see what the Reapers are thinking right now.
Well, they're thinking that they've got 1 minute left in this power play, and they almost absolutely have to score here.
So let's recap what has happened. It has been Lock Monsters for quite a ways, but it looks like the Reapers are starting to get some life back into their offense. But who is going to be the standout player? Because, as I said, the points leader is Ryan Reich. He has scored his 10th tonight. And following him up is Mike Rich, who is the playmaker with 9 assists.
Adam Bierman, I think, is another wild card here. The guy's just a straight-up sniper. He's got a really good one-timer, and he's got a ton of speed out there. I think one of those 3 guys is going to be the one.
So with 3:40 remaining, the clock will become a stop clock in about 40 seconds. As for the Lock Monsters, we have said at the beginning, it's been a question on how their goaltender is going to hold up. Despite letting it go 2, he has held up very well. And we have said at the top, the Lock Monsters looking for something that has not been done since the fall of 2006, where the Killer Bees ended up having a perfect season.
10-0 that season, if I remember.
And now it's going to be raced down. Adam Behrman overshot it. And DiGiacomo attempts to clear, and he does it.
Real shitty. Make sure you get that on.
And Bill Kelly will reset as we're about 40 seconds left on the power play. Taking a look, now takes a long shot off the safety netting. Reich moves and score! 4-3! It is a 1-goal game!
Wow, that was huge. We talked about that just a minute ago, didn't we, Daniel? 1, we thought that these guys would have to score here on the power play. And 2, we wondered about Schaefer. This is first game in the net for the Lock Monsters, and this being the penultimate game of the season. How would he handle the pressure coming down the stretch? We're about to get our answer, aren't we? Ryan Wright going forward.
And going down, and
Wow.
no call.
No, he just dove for that one. He literally sold out just trying to pitchfork that one forward.
And now here they come on the other way, 2-on-2. They're just going to chip it in. It's going to be a race between Kelly and Bell. And getting tied up, still fighting for possession, and moving in is Dan Galt. Galt with possession. Centering up, intended for Ebner.
Just missed there, just missed. Here they come, turning on forehand. Oh, nice.
Off a stick.
That's going to be a hand pass there on the Lock Monster. It's going to be out of the zone.
And the time now at 2:25. The Reapers not out of this yet.
Wow, what looked like it was going to be a blowout early. What was it, 4-0 at one point, I think?
It was.
This game has really turned around. The Reapers, kudos to them, no matter how this turns out, for fighting back and making it a one-goal game.
And this was reminiscent of, as we get a 2-on-0 here, shot saved by Gilliland. Still loose in front. And taken away. Here's a 2-on-2 the other way. Intended to connect, but it's going to go over to Thomas Zaleski as we approach 2 minutes remaining in regulation. And now here's Wallawinder moving in as Rush Schroeder. Now send out to Ebner. Shot saved by Gilliland.
Wow,
attempting to clear. Oh boy.
Eric Justison down on his knees just kind of shoveled that one to the corner.
And now moving just outside the slot is Joe Daner, taken away by Mark Zaleski, attempting to clear it up. And now maybe a chance
Jeremy.
here. Looking for a shot, still held up by Wallawinder. Looking for an option, now sends it across over to Eric Justison. Looking for a shot, went off a body. Ritter holding on. Shot, blocked again. It's going to be Mark Zaleski behind the net, getting tied up by Kevin Frost with 1:20 remaining in regulation. We're going to keep an eye on Gilliland on the other end, as that is going to go for an icing.
This might be the point where they want to pull the goalie face off in the offensive zone. Let's see if Gilliland stays in the net.
Let's go. We have mentioned,
Gilliland's walking over. I think they're going to pull him.
we have mentioned before that no matter how this turns out, the Reapers fighting back.
Gilliland is definitely out of the nets here. John Ireland is going to be the extra player here.
This is very reminiscent of the C Division championship. The Mighty Viking Devils had fought back to a one-goal game at one point.
Front. Oh, nice play by Peterson to stick that one out in front.
And 1 minute remaining. This is going to be the most crucial.
Blocker save there by Schaefer.
This is going to be the most crucial minute for both teams here. Ireland holding on, getting tied up by Murphy. Still no call here. Back to Kelly, sends it across to Mike Rich. Rich holding on, taking a look. Back over to Lewis, sends it across. Takes a shot, blocked.
Nice block by DiGiacomo there.
And now Reich in a tie-up with Murphy. Reich goes down, Murphy trying to clear, went off the head of
Mike
Rich.
Saving. Here comes Adam Behrman.
Shot!
Nice save by
Save!
Schaefer there.
Here's Reich, shot! Another shot! Oh, that went wide!
15 seconds left in the game, Daniel.
Back over to Lewis.
Keeps it in. Gets it down low.
Shot, takes a slash, no call, back to the point.
That's going to be the game right there.
If he can get it, he's going to have superhuman strength. 2 seconds, and the Alarm Monsters, after 10 years, have a perfect season.
Wow. What a flurry there at the end of this game by the Reapers. They left nothing at all on the court. They had every opportunity there. The hearts of a champion, and yet at the end there, Schaefer made a couple saves. DiGiacomo saved one in front, and finally they were able to clear the zone. The Lock Monsters, the undefeated champions of the B Division in the RSHL this season. Daniel?
Something that has not been done in 10 years. And give credit to the Reapers on the verge of keeping this game close, at least keeping the threat of overtime. This fell a little short, had some opportunities there, but nonetheless, a great showing by both teams.
Yes, indeed. The Lock Monsters carried most of this game, specifically on the penalty kill. Their penalty kill was almost better than what their power play was. It looked like when they were killing penalties that they were actually on the power play. Daniel, the final shots in this game, the Lock Monsters had 39 shots. The Reapers had only 15 shots in this game.
And there's only one thing left to do. Would you do the honors?
I would love to. Kevin Frost, it's your honor, buddy. Congratulations. Undefeated season. The last 2 seasons for the Lock Monsters, 19-0-1 is their record.
And they have been a dominant force.
That was a hell of a comeback, guys. Hell of a comeback from 4-0.
And I can pretty much say that we may be on the verge of a dynasty here. Have not had a loss in 2 seasons. As the team will get their photo here.
We'll get on out there and get that picture.
We sure will.
Be back.
Put up the 5. This is number 5. Put up the 5, boys. Put up the 5. First undefeated 10 years, guys.
After all that, an undefeated season for the first time in 10 years. We'll be back with a wrap-up. First time that has been done in 10 years. Kevin Ebner, perfect season. How's that feel?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, we've worked hard all year long. We prepared kind of for games, like this, leading up to the final. It was a close game, but I think, these guys worked so well together. We've had awesome chemistry. I think that showed even in the end there.
So, yeah, you have not had officially a loss in about a year. What is the secret to that success?
Well, I think it's just what I mentioned, the chemistry. We basically had the same exact team the last 2 years. It's the perfect combination. Guys that complement each other. We've got guys that have grinded out, do the dirty work down in the creases and in the corners. Solid D, solid skill players. I think it's just the perfect.
Yeah, and of course, the last couple of minutes, the Reapers were on the verge of a comeback. What was the team thinking? What was the strategy?
Well, I think it was just, to do what we've been doing all year. Just kind of buckle down, especially in the end. Rely on some big saves at the end from our goalie. And then, depend on those shot blocks, those passes that are going to spring us out and relieve that pressure and just do those little things that will, in the end, prove to be pretty big.
Yeah, and we have mentioned earlier, Harley Hankinson was not able to be here today. Were you guys worried at all at the beginning?
Well, I mean, he's been a huge asset for us this year. Done a tremendous job. Bottom line is we always come ready to play. The 5 guys on the floor in front of him make a huge difference. So regardless of who's in the net, we know we're going to step up and fill those voids. But we had an excellent goalie in there today, did an awesome job, and I think did a big part tonight too.
A perfect season. Enjoy it.
We'll do.
All right, thank you so much. So that is it for B Division. We'll have A Division in just a minute. We'll see you guys next time around.
The RSHL is supported by AllBlackHockeySticks.com, the stick of choice for many players of the RSHL. It is a very light and durable stick for only $89. AllBlackHockeySticks.com.